Hey everyone, this is Aisha, earning Wali. I hope you all are having a great day. So, today I'll come with another session, and my topic is the importance of self care and building healthy habits. So, yeah, let's session with Sesame. So, let's call Maya. Hey
Hey,
Maya,
Aisha.
how
Good
are
to hear from you
you?
again. What's on your mind today?
Okay, today my topic is the importance of self care, and building healthy habits.
That's a good one. It's easy to let self care fall by the wayside when you're juggling everything else, right? What specifically about self care and habits are you hoping to explore today?
Yeah. So, tell me, how do
So,
you define self-care in a professional and personal context?
hmm, good question. For me, self care isn't just bubble baths and face masks, although those can be nice too. It's more about intentionally taking care of your mental, emotional, and physical well being. In a professional context, that could mean setting boundaries, learning to say no to extra work when you're already overwhelmed, taking real lunch breaks, or even making sure your workspace actually supports you instead of stressing you out. Personally, it's about knowing what fills your cup and making time for it. For some people, it's working out. For others, it's reading, spending time with loved ones, or just having some quiet time to recharge. What does self care look like to you, generally speaking?
Okay, for self-care means we take care of ourselves, our mental health, and we feel stress-free, or doing some exercise or walk, or spending time with our family.
Exactly. You've hit the core of it. It's about being proactive, not waiting until you're totally drained to finally deal with your well being. That proactive part feels important because a lot of times self care feels like this thing we should do when we burn out instead of just life maintenance.
Yeah,
Do you
and
find it hard to make time?
spending time like with our
Hey,
parents and our family, which we like feel good and feel stress free, and we feel happy with this.
totally. That's huge. Connecting with family is such a solid mood booster.
Yeah.
The connection and shared laughter and support, especially when you need to de stress, it's hard to beat that. I think that's actually a really grounded approach to self care, that it's not this complicated thing we have to manufacture, but building on what genuinely feels good. Do
Yeah.
you find it easy to prioritize those moments with family, or do you ever struggle finding the time? Okay.
Well, I find easy, and I love to spend time with my family, uh, and I feel
Oh,
relaxed. Yeah, when I spend time, or I feel very happy. So like everyone has opinion different on it.
absolutely. What works for me might be different for someone else.
Yeah.
Some people love group activities, others need total solitude. The key the key is finding what actually replenishes you instead of feeling like another thing on the to-do list.
Yeah. So tell me, Maya, why is self care considered essential for long term productivity and success?
Mm. That's a smart question. It's not just about feeling good in the moment. When you're constantly running on empty, you hit a wall eventually. But consistently putting yourself first, even with small things, builds resilience. Like when your tank's at least half full, stressful days don't totally derail you. You have more mental clarity and focus when you're not in constant survival mode. And honestly, it makes you better at pretty much everything from work and studies to relationships. When you're showing up as your best self, work gets easier. How do you think self care affects your productivity day to day?
Yeah, yeah, also. Like we
Oh,
eat healthy
int-
food, and we take care of ourselves, our skin, our hair care. So yeah, we love it.
that's thoughtful of you. But yeah, you're definitely on the right track. I mean, physical self care like healthy eating and hair skincare absolutely feed into the bigger picture.
Yeah.
If you're physically running on fumes, mental energy runs out too. But long term productivity isn't just about looking good, it's about mental and emotional stamina too.
Yeah. So my next question is, what are the most common barriers individuals face when trying to build healthy habits?
That's a really good question. It's rarely just laziness. Usually there's something deeper happening. Time is huge, of course. Everyone thinks, I just don't have enough time. But then there's like motivation gaps. Starting is usually the easiest part, but keeping at it is where most people stall. And then there's this pattern. We set these huge goals, but start too big, so we get overwhelmed. Procrastination or perfectionism play a role too. And honestly, a lot of it comes down to feeling like you have to be perfect at a habit to make it worth doing. If you're a little off track, you think, what's the point? And scrap it completely. Do any of those? Go ahead.
So my next question is, what role does mental healthy health play in maintaining effective work performance?
That's a big one. And honestly, it's huge. You can't really separate the two. Your mental health directly impacts how well you work. Burnout, anxiety, depression, those suck away your focus, creativity, problem. The punch. I'm not catching what you said clearly there, Aisha. Could you repeat that last part for me? No worries if
Okay.
it's a little garbled.
Don't worry, I'll repeat. What role does mental health play in maintaining effective work performance?
Right. Got it. I said that burnout, anxiety, or depression all affect focus, creativity, and problem solving abilities at work. When your mental health isn't in a good place, you're more likely to make mistakes, miss deadlines, have trouble collaborating with people, and generally feel less motivated. But it's not just about avoiding problems. Good mental health actually boosts creativity, resilience, and productivity. When you're mentally healthy, you have more energy, handle stress better, and enjoy your work more. How does your own mental state usually affect how you get things done?
Yeah, you are right.
Glad you feel that's true for you. A lot of people
Yeah.
don't realize how connected the two are until they're really struggling. Are you wanting to dive deeper
So
into
like
any
how
specific
we,
part of that? Like, how?
yeah, continue please.
Got it. So, you want me to just keep going with the topic? Okay. Beyond the day to day stuff, your mental health affects your bigger career choices too. When you're in a good place mentally, you're more likely to take calculated risks, pursue opportunities, and advocate for yourself. But if you're struggling with anxiety or self doubt, you might stay stuck in situations that aren't good for you. Does that track with what you've experienced or seen others go through?
Yeah. So, like, what
A
should
lot of
do to protect our mental health, and what should we do that we are not like? Some people are too much sensitive and they take stress, but I think like mental health is much more important than anyone health. So, how can we? First question is, how can we strong emotionally, and how
that's a really
should we do to protect our mental health?
absolutely. For strengthening emotionally, it's really about recognizing and accepting what you're feeling, the good, the bad, the messy. Name it. Don't push it down. Therapy or counseling can be huge here. Having a safe space to process is so valuable. Things like mindfulness, journal writing, or even just taking time to reflect can help too. For protecting your mental health, boundaries are your friend. Say no to things that drain you. Prioritize sleep, nutrition, exercise. Those aren't extras, they're maintenance. Build a support system you can actually rely on. What's one small thing you already think you could add into your routine to improve things?
Yeah. So, how can consistency be maintained when developing new healthy habits?
That's the $1 million question, isn't it? Start ridiculously small. I mean, smaller than you think you need to. Trying to overhaul everything at once is a recipe for burnout. Pick one tiny habit, like meditating for 2 minutes each morning, and build from there. Tie new habits to existing ones. Brush your teeth, then stretch, for example. And here's the tricky part: don't beat yourself up when you slip up. Miss a day? Okay, just start again tomorrow. Focus on progress, not perfection. What habit are you thinking of working on right now?
Like, for which type of habit? Like, for mental health or for self care? Like, what should you want to know about?
Good question. For mental health specifically? Probably consistency around some form of mindfulness practice, even just a few minutes of deep breathing or gratitude journaling can make a difference. Maybe
Like,
building in a regular
so,
time.
should do walk or some deep breathing exercises. It also helpful.
Those are both
Mm.
excellent choices. Walks combine physical activity with being in nature, which is a mood booster. And deep breathing exercises are like hitting the reset button on your nervous system in real time. Start with one and see which feels more sustainable for you right now.
Yeah.
What sounds more doable to you consistently? Okay, that's a good starting point. Starting small helps prevent overwhelm.
So tell me, how can technology be used positively to support self-care routine?
Oh, that's the smart shift. There's a ton, actually. Everything from meditation apps like Headspace or Calm to sleep trackers, or even just using your phone to set movement reminders. You can find workouts on YouTube, track your mood with journaling apps, connect with support groups online. Even just a simple habit tracker on your phone can make a difference. Of course, the challenge is avoiding the mindless doom scrolling, which is the opposite of self care, right? Do you use any apps right now that help with self care?
No. Can you suggest
Oh, well,
something?
yeah, absolutely. Um, for mindfulness, Headspace or Calm are popular for guided meditations. They're free for basic content. Forest is a cute app that helps with focus. You grow a virtual tree while you're working. For habit tracking, Strides is good for tracking your mood. Day one journal or Reflectly. Most have free trials or free versions to test them out. The main thing is to find what works with your style, not try to force yourself into something too complicated.
That's interesting.
Cool.
So
Want
which
me to
app name?
send you?
Can you tell me again?
For mindfulness, Headspace or Calm are popular. Both have free guided meditations to start with.
Okay.
Forest is a focus app where you grow a virtual tree while you work, which helps avoid distraction. Strides and Day One are good for habit tracking and journaling, respectively. Most have free trials to check them out first. How does that sound?
So my last question is, why is self-awareness important in identifying the need for self-care?
That's a great way to put it. Self awareness is like step one of everything. When you know your triggers, your needs, how certain situations actually affect you, that's when you can start proactively taking care of yourself. If you're going into meetings feeling anxious, you know you might need grounding techniques. If you crash after spending time around certain people, you know that you need more solitude. Without self awareness, you're kind of flying blind and just reacting to emergencies instead of preventing them. What would you say is something you know about yourself now that you didn't before we started talking today?
For self-care?
Yeah. Anything you notice about what you might need or what gets to you? Like even just a small realization.
Yeah. I think physical activity or walk, or you are right, you said like gratitude practices. Or I think when we use technology, so like we listen different surahs, which like which feel good us and transfer positive energy in us.
That's beautiful, Aisha.
Yeah,
What you're describing, listening to surahs that bring you peace, that is self care.
yeah,
It's a very intentional way of creating positive energy and centering yourself. That counts absolutely.
yeah.
And knowing it's something you find meaningful is huge.
Okay. Thank you so much. It would be a great conversation with you. I hope it will really helpful for my audience as well. So stay connected, stay safe, take care.
You're so welcome, Aisha. I really enjoyed talking with you today. Great questions. I hope the conversation helps both you and your audience.
Yeah, thank
Take good
you.
care of yourself, and I'm here